Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my walkthrough for the Police Quest in Pursuit of the Death Angel game, which was originally released in 1987. And I am redoing the penultimate part of this game because I think I can do it a wee bit quicker and efficiently. So I'm going to get on with that right now. If you, I'll just first say, look to remember, get a reminder of what the name is of my captain and boss. It's Lieutenant Morgan office. Now, as a recap, what Lieutenant Morgan wanted Sonny Bonds to do is to look at the black book that he saw earlier in the trunk boot of the car that had been stolen by a man whose real name turns out to be Jason Tasselli, in which he also found cocaine and marijuana. Okay, sorry, the black book was not in the trunk, it was in the glove compartment, or glove box. The cocaine and marijuana were in the boot of the car. So, what Sonny Bonds has to do now is investigate further and see if he can glean any more information than he already has got. And yeah, so that's the very next thing that he has to do. And it may be worthwhile him actually looking at the gun as well that he found when he caught Jason Tasselli, where at that time he all that Sonny knew was that, well, once he caught him, was that his name is Marvin Hoffman or Leroy Pearson. His alias, but turned out to be an alias for his real name. So, what I'm going to do though, first of all, is go and look in the basket, because if you think about it, when you go to work and you have an office and a desk you work at, surely, to goodness, the very first thing you'll do once you're back in the say the police station, for example, if that's where you work, is look at your basket. So Lieutenant Morgan, if your lieutenant boss tells you to go and do something, it doesn't mean you can't go and very quickly check your basket first. So that's what Sonny's going to do right now, because there might be some information. Aha! A note from Laura. Okay, and we're going to read the note. By the way, though, if you don't get the note, it turns out actually that you still get the same number of points if you just go and look at the black book and the gun and stuff, and then look up a couple phone numbers as well that you find out about from names that you find. But this is I prefer this method because it seems more true to life and realistic. So read note. Then this is Laura. She says, "Hey Bonds, we just received a fax from Chicago PD Detective Joe Tabor. He says our man Jason Tasselli, alias Hoffman, alias Pearson, is linked to a big-time drug dealer by the name of Jesse Baines. Tabor included a mugshot of Baines, a high-stakes gambler who recently dropped out of sight in the Chicago area." Ah, so that's the real name of the head honcho who you're after. The man who's pulling all the strings behind the scenes. None other than Jesse Baines, who could very well be the Death Angel. Wow. Now everything is finally coming to the light. Then it says, and, concludes the note, our lab has matched the fingerprints on the .45 caliber automatic found in the stolen Cadillac to Tasselli's fingerprints. Laura. You study a mugshot of Baines and vow to remember it. You remember the anonymous letter about big stakes gambling at the Hotel Delphoria and realized you are onto something hot. Great. That is fantastic. So, I am going to save again right now. I'm pretty certain it's here. I can save. I'm going to save, yeah. I always like to do a new save game when I'm doing the recording. just in case I have to go back and do another recording again for an improve on it or something, you know. Right, so there was a man called Tabor, and I can actually just quickly use the phone right now to try and contact Tabor. And standard number to dial is in this game. It's 411, probably like that, at least in those days in the USA. So, thank you have reached Directory Assistant. Thank you for using LTNT. Enter party's last name. We can just do it all lowercase. Tabor. The number is 312-555-3382. Right. You have to do 312 as well, I'm afraid. But it's very quick. What? Oh. I supposed to act. Oh, I forgot to do that. Yes, fine. Chicago PD, Detective Tabor speaking. How may I help you? And then you just ask about Taselli. So they say, Taselli. That's enough to know. Detective Tabor says, oh yes, we know your man, Jason Taselli, alias Hoffman, alias Pearson. He is linked to a big-time car chalk and drug runner named Jesse Baines. Both have dropped from sight in our area. I'll send you a mugshot of this guy Baines. Good luck. Click. Ah, even more evidence now that pointing to Jesse Baines. And the total probability that he is the Death Angel. Wow. Wowee. Okay, so all we need to do now is go and Russ says, what can I do for you, flyboy? We have to say black book. Plain book isn't good enough. Now, Sonny, you know this is official evidence. Don't go running off with it. Oh, come on, sir, as if I would do that. Oh, man, Russ, you silly man. Yeah, I was just looking up over information that he looked up earlier in the game, which is towards the end of the first page meets JM and LW. That's Stephanie Joseph Martinez and Lonnie West, who are both now null and void, deceased. Yeah, that's the important parts. This page not really all that important. Don't worry about that. Oh, I disciplined and terminated them. Okay, that's just gives confirmation for the first page. That part, the important part page, the first page. Okay, this just shows poker with JB. That's another really important point because, yeah, JB. Now you know it's the Black Book again. JB, what JB stands for. Finally, you know it's actually for Jesse Baines. So he plays poker. You know, you might have to play poker against him some point. Wait and see. You'll find out soon enough. Set up HD gambling. Oh, if that's Hotel Delphoria. Could be. Possibly. Okay. No, you don't have to say black book because you're already holding the book. You already got the book. So all you put book. After browsing through his suspect's personal address book, he returned it to evidence. And look, gun. That's really why I'm looking at the gun for a second time in the game. I'm not going to repeat what Russ says. He's a right pain in the arse at times, but you know, I suppose he's got his job to do there. So that's part of his job is to run, not to run off with it. What you should do is just chain it to the bloody thing, to the bars. And you can't take it away with you, but that defeats the whole purpose of being a cop. Why would a cop go and steal something? Well, I suppose you do get the odd cop here and there who is deceptive of being a double agent. Definitely not the case in Sonny Bonds' case. But yeah, when it comes to Sonny Bonds, excuse the pun, case in case there. Right, so we already know about the VIN number of the gun, so all I'm going to do is say look, label, because there might be other information, pertinent information you haven't seen yet. The evidence lab bears a box marked fingerprints with the initials of Lieutenant Frank Williams of the Lytton PD Crime Lab. Oh, okay. After careful examination, the weapon you returned to evidence. So it might actually be of some use or benefit to call Frank Williams, who, by the way, just saw. Oh, I'll tell you in a moment. Laura interrupts you. Sonny, just after you left, a hooker by the name of Sweet Cheeks Berry, who called you precious, called from the jail and said she needs to see you as soon as possible. Okay. All right. But before you go to the jail, Morgan wants to see you. Okay. Thank you. I'm only going to use the phone once, and that is to contact Frank Williams, who, funny coincidence, exactly the same name as a man who used to drive for the Formula One team known as Williams. His surname is exactly the same as the name of that car team, Williams. Williams Renault, I think. The full name, Williams Renault. And anyway, so he had a tragic accident at some point that led to him becoming quadriplegic. So obviously couldn't walk anymore. So if you ever see a video of him in the time when Nigel Mansell was driving for Williams' team from 1991, or it's either 1991, I think 1991 to 1992, after which he retired and moved on to IndyCar in the USA. Yeah, if you see him, you'll be able to see he's in a wheelchair, Frank Williams. So, just a funny little coincidence there. Anyway, sorry I'm babbling on too much here. So, alright, I'm going to look up Williams. Okay. You've reached directory assistance. Thank you for using LTNT. Williams. Alright. The number is 5554522. Okay, for one last time. 555. I'm going to try and make sure that this voice sounds a bit different this time, because last time recording it sounded exactly the same as Detective Tabor. So I made a joke about that. You see that video? Watch that one. So, Crime Lab, Detective Williams. Who's speaking, please? And I say, Sonny here. Hello, Sonny. What can I do for you? Then you just say to Sally, not just Sally. Silly boy. Silly bully, man. Silly Billy. Yes, the prints on the gun matched that Hoffman's Tasselli fella. I heard he escaped. Bye now. Dick. So another 5 points for that. And now we have to go straight to Lieutenant Morgan's office. I want to do that. I'm going to save. Because there's a good bit of progress I've just made here. So you just open door and then just walk over to him. It's good to see you, Sonny. Come over to my desk. I like him having a deep voice, so that's how I like it to be. Hello, Sonny. I hear your little sweetheart is in the can. Yes, sir. Sonny, I think your friend Sweet Cheeks may be able to help us out. Oh, okay. It seems our drug problem is emanating from the Hotel Delphoria. Ah, okay, an HD gambling setup. The Hotel Delphoria. Okay. In view of her current state of affairs, I'd bet Sweet Cheeks would be willing to help you establish your cover at the hotel. Well, I think that sounds a wee bit like emotional blackmail, sir. But, okay, I'll go with whatever you say, because you're the boss. I wouldn't dare actually say that to him. If I was Sonny Bonds' shoes, I would just be thinking that in my mind. Never to be said out loud. Okay, right, moving on now. Go over to the jail and see if she'll help you with the hotel operation. When you get back, I'll hold a briefing on the operation. But then I'll call the jail and arrange everything for you. Okay. Interestingly, it may still actually be a good thing that that's just going to save again. That's that Sweet Cheeks Mary can help out Sonny Bonds with this situation. Hotel Euphoria, because maybe she wants a chance to redeem herself. So yeah, okay, you've performed Sky walk around. I'm gonna say the whole spiel again. Set close door. Now it's time to go to the jail to find Sweet Cheeks Mary there. Alright, that's quick enough just doing like that. Yay, the lights are green for once. Oh, yes. Ah, where did that car? I could put the space this time. Quite already fat. Stand up. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Sorry, I just had to do that. I did an exam last night. It was a really tough one. I need some energy boost there. So, open the door or locker. You can just say the word door. It's much quicker. Put the gun. I'm just going to double check it's actually loaded. I think it is. It is loaded. 6 shells. Okay. Good. Put the gun. Right. Push buzzer. I like that word much more than button. Button sounds way too traditional and boring. You push the buzzer. The jailer releases the electronic lock. Yeah. So even in the mid to late 80s, they had some electronics by then for things. Automatic. Yeah. So, well, semi-automatic, because you have to push the buzzer first. Anyway, this guy, he's a real firecracker. He's a live wire, this guy, in the jail. Well, it's about time, Bonds, exclaims the jailer. That gal and someone has been wanting a colonial puppy for you. I can't help myself, cute noises like that. Oh, because I love doggies and puppies. Not trying to compare to a dog mine, he's human, but it's just helpless and desperately in need of help. Oh. Do your best to calm the girl down, will you, Sonny? I don't get paid enough to listen to that crap. Well, Sonny Bonds is just the man for that, because he's a really calm, cool, collected guy, and I think that's part of what draws him to her, Sweet Cheeks Mary, is being able to be helpful and calm her down. I don't think he looks down on her, to be honest. Personally, I don't think he does. He just feels empathy for her. So, anyway, moving on. As you approach her one, Sweet Cheeks spots you and says, "Oh, precious! Oh, I'm so happy to see you! Oh, please come here, talk to me. I need your help, Sonny. I'm sorry, Sonny, but I got picked up by Operation Trick Trap. Ooh. I know you warned me, but I thought the operation was over." "No, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, honey, as the saying goes, but, yeah, that's that. That's just life, you know. Unfortunately, you can't quite jump quite high enough to avoid the high jump, you know. I figured we'd be speaking, of course. Anyway, I'll do anything to get out. Oh, Sonny, if only I had someone like you to call my own. Ooh, big smoochies, yeah. Wow, Sweet Lips, he exclaimed. Was that hot or what? Oh, man. You're telling me, yeah? I'm sorry, precious. I just couldn't resist you. Oh, please get me out of this place. uh, I think the key phrase is help with operation. Oh, Sonny, I'll help you do anything. Thank you so much. Oh, please tell me what to do. We don't have to tell you what to do now. You'll find out later in Lieutenant Morgan's office. Embarrassed, you feel as though all the blood in your body has rushed to your face. You explain the arrangement of Sweet Cheeks' immediate release to her. Oh, okay. He's telling her at least some of what you need to do now, actually. Sweet Cheeks, as soon as you're released, I want you to go to the police station for a meeting with Lieutenant Morgan. Right, so now she knows. She actually does look a bit different from that Jason the Steady fella. I'm mentioning in a previous video recording that how similar they look, but she actually does look a wee bit different. Yeah. So anyway, well, she looks kind of the same in some ways, but enough different in her eyes and hair and dress wear that you can distinguish quite easily between them, her and Sally. Anyway, sorry about me all too much again. Hey, Sonny, the jailer says in an odd voice. You been with one of my female prisoners? Or did you just start wearing lipstick today? Lieutenant Morgan just called. He's sending a car over for Sweet Cheeks. He means well, the jailer. He's just kidding. He's just funning with you. Sonny Bonds. Quick as this gun. Here we are. It should actually be locked door. It should have a lock thing. But maybe it does internally and you don't see it in the game. Well, it doesn't mention anything about it. Right. I'm going to save here. So you never know, but this road can be treacherous sometimes. Or you can make a mistake quite easily. Mistake green is normally quick enough, usually to get through. Your own drive's quick enough to get through. Your radio crackles. 83910, respond to Cotton Cove. Officers on scene need ID of 187 victim. That means murder victim. 187. Okay. I'd forgotten about that. I'd rather go into the bottom part of the map. It's a lot easier from there to get to the destination. Right. So, just going to get right over there now. Ooh. That car almost crashed into Sonny there. Yeah, I prefer to go slow, just that particular spot there, so that it to avoid the risk of crashing, minimize the risk. So you just say stop. I think it's appropriate just to say open door, stand, and close door. Right. I used to find this particular scene of the game. For not sure exactly why, maybe because it's a very significant part of the game. More significant than most parts so far. Very important to save quite often here. So anyway, there's a guy here says, "Good to see you, Sonny," he says. "We've got a rob one here with no ID. Is this the dude you arrested?" "Since you're the guy who booked him, we hope you can identify him." Okay, you didn't even give me a chance to answer your question there. Did I book him and then you just arrest him and then you assume I did? Anyway, save again. And look body. The body is covered by a blanket. Okay. I think it's remove. You lift the white blanket and then examine the swollen body. It resembles Chester City, however you can't be sure. I'm just going to test whether he's actually searched the body properly. How can you do that? That's what this game response there said there. Sometimes it doesn't show up on the screen of my recording for some strange reason. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, maybe processing speed is an issue. Anyway, so I'm just going to look at his chest, I think. The soggy shirt peels slowly from his chest. Above his left nipple, you spot the flower tattoo, which confirms your identification. Okay. Second test if this works. Talk the man. Are you going to inform dispatch? Asks Steve. I'll say yes. Oh, strange, you can't say yes. The game doesn't understand that. Anyway, I think just use radio. You key the radio. Dispatch, this is 83 Nora 10. Report positive ID on body of one Jason Tassetti, 10-8, Cotton Cove. The radio crackles. 10-4, 83 Nora 10. Dispatch copies. 2022 APB Jason Tassetti. Thanks, Sonny. Be advised, coroner is en route. 1019 per Lieutenant Morgan. Okay. And I'll just save again. I don't recall the coroner ever arriving, so there we are. So check the what he has. Okay. I just want to test whether I can take a photo of body. I don't think so. Just testing. There we are. You can't say take picture of body. You don't need it. Okay. I think Sonny's job is done here, so I don't know what that guy is hanging around for. Okay. Thanks for your help, Sonny, says Steve. Okay, right. Maybe he's just being like kind of like a watchman or showing that he cares. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's just I'm just curious about these sort of things sometimes. I'd rather go the next road, turn right there, because sometimes those lights turn red. This time they didn't, but I would have made it and it's still green, but you know, I just plus I like to sometimes just go a slightly different route. Try something different, a little bit different. So stop. Dare to be different. Well, at least you don't have to lock the door in this game. Get all the car. Yeah. Okay, open the door. Sonny, step over to my desk. Yes, sir. I advise a plan to infiltrate the gambling scene at the Hotel Dolforia. Lieutenant Morgan begins. Sonny, I want you to check into the hotel under the name of Jenny Lee Bankston, he continues. Meet sweet chicks in the hotel cocktail lounge. Alright. Signal sweet chicks that you're ready to begin the operation by ordering a drink. She'll pretend to recognize you as Whitey. An old friend recently released from prison. She'll introduce you to bartender Woody Roberts, whom we believe is the contact man for the back room hustle. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Woody Roberts is a man in this game, but in the VGA version of this game, it's a woman. Maybe they just felt the need to shake things up a bit and change things a bit to make it more interesting. Yeah. The designers of the games. Of the VGA version, I mean. You'll be carrying a large sum of money in mock bills, of course, and will pretend to be eager for action. Gambling action, right? Poker. Lieutenant Morgan concludes. Since Laura developed your disguise, I'll let her fill you in on his details. Right. Sonny, I've picked out a white suit for you. And, by the way, we've decided your hair must be bleached. I assume the blonde color, right? Because your hair's black at the moment. You'll find out soon enough. Wait and see. You'll walk there with the aid of the special cane. Its handle is really a detachable 22 caliber Magnum Derringer. When the need arises, you'll carry a voice transmitter disguised as a plain-looking ballpoint pen. Wow. Amazing how that technology they had in those days. Huh. Cool. And she adds, I picked up these supplies at the beauty shop. Take this bottle of bleach cream activator into the shower and bleach your hair. Alright. That's all I have. Sweet cheeks, do you have anything to add? In an excited voice, Sweet Cheeks says, Oh, Sonny, I'm so happy I get to work with you. Why? It always brings a tear to my eye. I'm looking forward to spending tonight working with you at the Altofarium, my precious. She winks at you. I like having fun with this game. And the voice is, Sweet Cheeks, says Tim Morgan. Why don't you head on over to the hotel? Sonny will follow you shortly. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't say that in the game, but I'm making it up here. That's more realistic. Thanks for your help, Laura, Morgan says. That's all for now. I think he's got one last bit to say here to Sonny. Okay, instructs you. Sonny, after you bleach your hair and change clothes, report back to me. I have more instructions for you. Alright. Another man, I think, he's about to walk in the office. He also has got a deep voice. And Sergeant Durley, his voice cracking, interrupts the meeting. It is my regretful, his voice cracking, right? Cough a bit. Duty to inform you that I've received a phone call from Jack Cobb. His daughter, Kathy, just died without ever regaining consciousness. Oh my. Effective immediately. Jack is on extended family leave. Jack's taking this really hard. His brother is staying with him. And he requests no visitors. I'm sure our sympathy goes out to Jack in his time of need. Yeah. Maybe when he's stressed and feels sad about something, because he coughs. You've never seen him look angry so far in this game, but the first time he may look, seems like he could be sad. Anyway, yeah. Hatred wells up inside you. You vow to gain revenge for Kathy's senseless death by tracking down the dope world animals responsible for her death. Lieutenant Morgan speaks softly. Sonny, the sooner you get into the scene at the Hotel Dolferia, the sooner we can neutralize those bloodsuckers. Couldn't agree more, sir. Right, we'll look at his phone number soon, but before we do that, I'm going to have to go into the locker room, the shower room, to avoid her and have to play, because she always has an attitude problem. Anyway, so save there, and I think that will be it for now, because that's a lot of action, a lot of stuff we've done. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed that, and Look forward to seeing you whenever again soon for my final recording of this game, for the final part. Yeah. Okay, so global everyone. Cheers. Bye for now.